Greetings. This is Amara again. Welcome to today's study session on Python lists. Recall from the overview that there are 4 basic types of collections in Python: lists, tuples, sets, and dictionaries. Our focus today is lists. Let's begin with an intuitive definition of a list. A list is an ordered collection of diverse items that we can change. As we go through our study session, you will want to keep in mind 3 important properties of lists. These are order, mutability, and heterogeneity. Your goal is to make sure you understand these 3 properties and how they apply to lists. Okay. Let's get to it. Let's look at how we create a list. Lists are created with square brackets. Elements inside a list are separated by commas. Let's create a list of authors. Lists are ordered collections, which means that each element in the list has a position. Its position is defined in terms of an index, also called an offset. Since Python is 0-indexed, the first element in the list has the index 0. We can retrieve a specific element of a list by using the name of the list followed by the index inside square brackets. We can retrieve the last element of the list with the index -1. We can use the convenient length function to determine the number of elements in the list. Lists are mutable, which means we can add, remove, or change items in the list. For example, we can add to a list using the append function. Append adds an item to a list at the end of the list. To add an item to a specific position in a list based on its index, we can use the insert method. The insert method takes 2 arguments: the index at which the item should be inserted and the item itself. We can delete an item from a list using the remove method. We can use the del statement to delete an element at a specific index or offset. Finally, we can replace an element at a specific position by using the name of the list, and then the index numeral inside square brackets and then assigning the new value to that position. Let's print our existing list. We will replace the author in index 2, which is Elizabeth Bishop, by Phyllis Wheatley. One of the most powerful features of Python lists is their ability to hold different data types. This property of lists is called heterogeneity. Let's create a list called mixed_list. Notice that our mixed list consists of elements of different types, including string, integer, and Boolean. In the third position or index we have another list. It is perfectly alright to have nested lists, where lists are members of other lists. That concludes our study session on Python lists. I am so pleased you joined us. Once again, this is your host Amara. And I hope to see you again soon for another study session in Python.